action. He'll bring it out. It's Cotton. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. Running inside, it's Fletcher. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
And it's really nice, whether it's RPO or not, is having a defensive line that stones the offensive line, takes away the gaps. It doesn't matter what your read is if you're winning up front on that defensive line.
The Canes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught behind the line. It's Fletcher. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
And a really nice job by the defense winning second down. I think the quarterback thought he could dump this off, maybe get some positive yards, set up a good third down. The defense did a great job responding and getting that running back on the ground.
Darian Mensah from the gun on third down. Quarterback extends the play. Unloads it left. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. A tough start to the opening drive as the defense comes up with a big play.
And that's kind of a double whammy for this offense, because on their opening drive, not only did they turn it over with the interception, but they've now set their defense up in a really tough spot deep in their own end.
Trying to get outside, it's Jackson. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They go right back to it. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19. And the Buckeyes have taken it inside the 20. In the red area, it's Jackson. That'll be enough for the first down, and now they've got it at the 15-yard line.
One of the coolest things I love about football is the strategy. Like, first drive, what are they going to line up in? What are they going to try to take advantage of? How are they going to attack us? And so far, this offense has had some success. This defense now getting in their territory. They need to figure out some answers to some of these questions.
Here's the pressure. He's sacked. This defense all over him.
And that is a huge play for the defense. Offense has it in your red zone. You're trying to knock them out at field goal range. The only way you do that is by creating negative plays, and they get the sack.
The give on the counter. Pulled down after a nice run, and they're in the red zone at the 19.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead, because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
He is stopped inside the 15 at the 14-yard line, and an interesting call here on fourth down. Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Saying to throw for it on fourth. Right down the middle. He's got it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Ohio State!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So they only needed to cover 28 yards on the drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Fielded in the end zone. It's Cotton. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Here's Mensah to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. As they come over the football 1 minute to go here in the first. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Pulls it in. It's Lofton. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Listen, nice completion, short gain. Now you get to 3rd down. 3rd down's more manageable. But guess what? If I don't get it on 3rd down, I still got that 4th down in my pocket. Nowadays, analytics, we're going for it anyways.
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. The #1 job is to protect your quarterback, and they weren't able to do it long enough that time.
This offensive line, Reese, they've got to do a better job communicating pre-snap and try and figure out which people on defense are going to be rushing the passer. Right now, this offense just looks confused up front.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Sayed. He's going to take a shot. Caught. Touchdown, Buckeye. Once he got some room, it was over.
Yeah, and listen, find your matchups you like, and you can see you got your speedster out wide. You like the matchup. He sees it, puts some air underneath that thing, and he outruns the DB. He's got no shot. Runs underneath it, and then walks his way into the end zone for 6.
Coming out with it, it's Lyle. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7. And the Canes now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. Big turning point as we head into the second and get this game rolling again. First play of the period will be a 2nd down. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Caught in the backfield. It's Fletcher. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Interesting play call there, right? You gave up a sack on the first play, so now these D-ends are licking their chops, and you let them get a free rush at the quarterback because you've set up the screen. They're thinking, we're going to get back-to-back sacks. Just throw it right over top into the running back. You get some of those yards back now, at least giving you a chance here on 3rd down.
And I feel like that was predetermined. They told him in the huddle, man, chuck that thing down the field. Like, haven't run the ball well, haven't thrown it well. They haven't really gotten started off on the right foot in this football game. Looks like they're still searching for answers, for something that they can get some momentum going.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. snags it, and there's running room. The 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, Miami. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And that's why you hold your breath every single time this guy catches the football. That's a short, easy completion. He's so dangerous after the catch, David, and he shows you the wheels, taking it all the way to the house.
Yeah, and I think it's also important to point out, how about the QB play? Getting the ball out right where he can catch the football and use his speed and playmaking ability after it, and he shows you, man. That's why he's dangerous. That's why this offense is always one play away from getting to the house.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. He's finally brought down after a big return that was almost a whole lot bigger. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They've been firing on all cylinders, touchdowns on each of the first two drives, and they'll try to make it 3 for 3. Under fire. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions. Go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
Pretty nice as a defense, right? When you can go nickel, put 5 DBs on the field and not have to blitz anyone, trusting your front 4 to get the job done on 3rd down, and they do it right there, getting the sack.
Wants to bring it back. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. On the move, he fires. With the catch, it's Vaughn. There he goes. He's at the 10, and he'll haul it in and take it to the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane. Extra point here would tie the game. Quick strike touchdown comes out and jump-starts the offense.
And, man, we see this in college football, so much explosiveness and firepower, and we get high-scoring game after high-scoring game, and it looks like we're on pace for one of those right now.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 22-yard line. Good coverage on that one. His return is stopped short of the 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Say it. And the Heat gets there. And they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Still 3rd down, but more ground to cover after the flag. Here's Julian Sayin to throw. A little screen to the running back. Runs through the tackle. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. He's going to get loose. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Fletcher. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Lofton. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way...
Fires toward the end zone. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Canes.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Bringing it back. Just able to get out to the 18-yard line on the return before he stopped. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Defense looks as if it's coming. Hold it, finds his man on the left. Oh, he's got some space. To the 43-yard line and a 1st down for this offense. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line.
And that's the beauty of this offense and this playmaker at wide receiver. Throw the ball short, but what he does after the catch, he's just got so much speed, so dynamic with the football. And this is why they get it to him short, because he can take it to the house or make a big play.
Going downfield for the big play. Throw to the end zone. It's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12. Timeout signal for by the Buckeyes. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The run inside. It's Fletcher. Just make sure to take care of that football. He stopped after a short gain. It'll be 3rd down. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Off the play fake. It's complete to the right. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. Final timeout called by the Buckeyes. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Throwing, Mensah. Unloads to the wideout. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Fires deep toward the end zone. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Gets it out fast. They'll knock him down, and that'll take us to halftime. The Hurricanes will boot it away to start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step one, Jesse, taking care of the football.
And it just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
Finds his tight end. Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming. The Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. Just a quick rhythm throw there and really good use of the tight end.
Yeah, good use of the big fella. I mean, go through your progressions real quick. You can't find anything, get the easy gain. Don't take a shot down the field all the time. Take those shots later, but take those easy, wide-open opportunities to get some positive chunks.
The Buckeyes will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking for space, it's Jackson. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
From the 36, a 3rd down, and you wonder if they're willing to take 2 plays to get the first. Unloads quickly. Doesn't quite make it to the 1st down marker. He's a yard short.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the 1st down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the 1st down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision to make.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. It made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure.
Touchdown, Buckeyes! Made the grab in the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. So that was a 10-play, 75-yard drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Cotton. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Running inside. It's Fletcher. Not a lot of room there. Give him a couple to the 16.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Slams into the pile, he'll get 1 to the 17.
Coming into this game, man, the focal point was on the running back, right? We've got to stop the running back. Talking to these coaches, they've got to be physical. 1 guy, 2 guy, 3 guys have to get there. Man, they've done an unbelievable job being physical, getting him on the ground, and really shutting a great player down so far this game.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Yeah, and this defense hadn't had a lot of success. This offense has been doing what it wants at will. Finally getting to the QB, finally getting some pressure, finally getting a big hit on him. That'll pay some.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. Mensah rushes on him. Gets drilled as he throws. The big pressure on 4th down, and they'll get it back. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Smith. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. To the air. It's Sayin. Going for 6. And he was looking into the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And he finally missed one, right? I mean, he's been pretty hot, right? 5 passes in a row. He's been moving the ball around, different platforms, different receivers. Just done a really good job spreading the ball around.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. The play-action fake. Pocket breaking down. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
I personally love aggressive defense. I love it. Bringing the strong safety down, blitzing that sucker in there to get the quarterback. Boom. Get that guy on the ground. Nice aggressive play call by the defense.
Here's Mensah to throw. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Got some room to run.
Well, how about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, baby, you don't get many opportunities to drop in coverage. You don't get many balls thrown your way, but when you do, you want to make sure you take advantage, showing off the athletic ability, showing the hands. The big defensive lineman comes up with the INT.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. One final play before the end of the quarter. Lined up in the gun on 3rd down. Say it. Got it. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Can't wait to see how this 4th quarter is going to go and see who can come out on top in this barn burner. Hang on just a second. I think they're going to try to get the touchdown here. Man, this could be a gamble, guys. They could come up empty. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Jackson. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
Man, what a job keeping your eyes on your key. It's so easy sometimes when they run those RPOs to get a little bit lost with your eyes, to come up, play the run. Nice job seeing the ball thrown. He's got his guy, makes the tackle, and gets the big 4th down stop.
Fires to the big fella. Open space at the 25. That'll be good enough for a 1st down. They'll mark it at the 30. And the Hurricanes, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. Making side adjustments here. Here's Darian Mensah to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Jacobs. Still running at the 40. Oh, there's an alley to the left. Touchdown, Miami. And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the fourth.
When you have so many playmakers on offense like they do, they can score quickly. You just saw it right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. Now, last drive didn't take long, just 2 plays to get it in. And the points come in a lightning strike, a 70-yard touchdown pass. On the run from inside his own 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That number 1 beside your name is a heavy burden, and when you're behind late, the weight of the world is on your shoulders. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. One big play to get it up near midfield. Now they're in business at the 47. Throwing, say it. Got a man, it's Johnson. And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. And the Buckeyes are in the hurry-up. The run inside, it's Jackson. And again finds nowhere to run. Maybe got it back to the line of scrimmage this time. Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. Saying from the gun on third down. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
Man, it didn't take long for the defense to get home on that play. You see them playing man coverage in the back end, slowing down the routes from the receivers and the rest of the offense. That forced the quarterback to have to hold on to it for just a split second longer, and they were able to get the sack.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Trailing by a touchdown, getting late in the fourth, and this is a huge, perhaps a defining moment in this game. Fourth down, say it. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man on the left. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down, and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And that's a big throw by this young man. Like, listen, late in the football game, you've got to make plays. He's been a little bit up and down, but they got to give him the rock. They're going to trust him. Let's see what he can do late in this football game.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
Here's Sayin to throw. Fires complete on the crosser. Perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle at the 17. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Run in the red zone, it's West. What powerful running, just driving the pile forward for everything he could get. He'll be just a few inches short. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now on second and goal. Say it. Into the end zone. And he's got it. He's got it for a touchdown. And here in the final minute, they're a single point behind.
Man, great execution. That is how it's done late in the football game now. All you need is that extra point. Bring the kicker out there. This is what you do. Just like practice, knock it through the uprights, tie this football game, and we might be looking at overtime soon.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Mensah. Quickly to the tight end. Snags it and he's open. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
Yeah, and he's been throwing it all over the yard, and he's now over 300 yards on the day, so been a successful day. Now, 300 yards, I don't know, Palmer, 300 nowadays, that's like what back in the day for you?
That would have been 500. I would have won the Heisman, maybe. It's a big deal today in college football, no doubt. Listen, he's in a rhythm right now. He's in a groove. We've seen good decision-making. He's been playing on time, and he's been deadly accurate throwing. And guess what? This game is far from over.
Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26. And the Canes will hustle to the line. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I'm so interested to see how this young man responds, man. Like, he has been really good all game long. Put up some big numbers, but now it's prime time. It's a big moment. Can he step up in this spotlight, make a big drive, make a big play for his team to maybe go win this football?
Makes the catch. Touchdown, Hurricane. They move on top here in the fourth. The Hurricanes back on top.
Well, it's a great job executing by the offense to get that touchdown. I think you kick the extra point right now, make it a 7-point game with only seconds to go.
The extra point is good, and now in the fourth, they're up by a touchdown and an extra point. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Say it. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Got it down the field. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. They use the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it first and 10 just outside the 40. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it's incomplete, and the last chance comes up empty, and the ball game is over. What a game. We had a furious fight all the way to the final ticks, and that one is going to be remembered forever.
And I think when you're the #1 team in the country, you're coming in expecting to win. You're the favorites. Everybody's talking about you. You have all the momentum. You're the loved college football team in all of the land. To come in today, they played a competitive game, Jesse, but that's an inferior opponent they just lost to.
That's true. They've got to be more consistent moving forward as the #1 team. And we saw flashes today of why they were the #1 ranked team. We know they've got talent, but you got to start fast. You can't shoot yourself in the foot. You can't have penalties. You can't turn the ball over. You can't have the lapses in concentration we saw today that led to them losing.
That's going to do it for us here. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.